The late summer rains had not been kind. For days, the village had been battered by storms and rising floods, leaving roads washed out and families stranded in their homes. On this day, however, there was a brief pause in the downpour. Two Deep stepped outside, gently guiding little Nhi to a shaded spot. "Sit here, my dear, it's cooler," she said softly. "Wait for me while I pick the corn." "We'll go back to school once the rains stop, I promise." The child nodded obediently, her eyes following Deep as she disappeared into the rows of corn. A marketplace journey. Later that morning, Deep and Nhi carried bundles of corn to the village market. Nhi stood patiently near the stall while Deep borrowed a scale and a sack. "Corn, 20,000 dong a kilo," she called out with a practiced voice. A woman approached, curious. "I'll take some," the customer replied. Deep smiled and weighed the corn carefully. "Thank you, sister." Little Nhi chimed in, her small voice full of gratitude. "Thank you, auntie." The customers melted at her politeness. Another woman explained she would boil the corn for dinner, since the power outage left her family unable to cook rice. She thanked Deep again, remarking on how well-mannered Nhi was. By afternoon, most of the corn was sold. "Take the rest for 40,000 only," Deep offered one woman, who agreed. With gratitude, Deep and Nhi prepared to pack up. A visit to familiar doors. "It's been so long since we visited James's family," Deep thought aloud. "Tonight, we should stop by his parents' house." She dialed Mrs. Quynh, James's mother. "Hello, Auntie? I'm nearby with Nhi. Would it be all right if we came to visit, my dear, of course? It's been too long." "Come over this evening, and stay for dinner. I'll prepare a meal and wait for you and the child, Mrs. Quynh replied warmly. Deep agreed, promising to bring some food along. The thought of sharing dinner together after such a long absence filled her with quiet anticipation. In the warmth of the kitchen, by nightfall, rain pounded the rooftops again. Deep busied herself in the kitchen while Mrs. Quynh entertained Nhi with stories and television. The little girl sat quietly, earning affectionate praise for her patience. James should be home soon, Mrs. Quynh reassured, though worry flickered in her voice. "The roads are dangerous in this weather." She tried calling her son, but only a voicemail answered. The sound of the automated message heightened her unease. Deep placed steaming dishes on the table. "Dinner is ready," she said. "Perhaps James will join us soon." Still, the rain raged outside, and his line remained unreachable. Waiting, hoping. As the meal cooled, they debated whether to wait. "Let's eat first, Mrs. Quynh suggested. "We'll leave a portion for James. With this weather, it may take him hours." Deep hesitated. "Should we wait a little longer? James must be hungry." But the phone call later confirmed what they feared. Landslides had blocked the road, and James was delayed by more than an hour. His voice, though calm, carried fatigue. "Eat without me. I'll join you later. And Deep, let NHI stay the night, it isn't safe to travel back." Relieved by his instructions, the women sat down to share the meal. Gratitude across generations. The dinner unfolded with warmth despite the storm. NHI clasped her hands politely. "Grandmother, I invite you to eat." "Auntie Deep, please eat, Mrs. Quynh chuckled. "What a sweet child." They ate together, talking of daily life, new beginnings, and the progress of Deep's home. She confessed how much James and his mother's support had meant. "Without you both, I don't know how I would have managed," Deep said sincerely. "There's no need for thanks," Mrs. Quynh replied gently. Yet her heart swelled with pride. This was the woman her son had chosen. They spoke of furniture delayed by the floods, of market trips and work, of plans postponed by weather. The conversation flowed easily, anchored in shared hardships and mutual respect, a quiet realization. As the night deepened and the storm outside howled, NHI leaned against Deep, already drowsy from food and stories. Watching them, Mrs. Quynh heart softened further. In Deep, she saw not only resilience and kindness but also a nurturing presence that wrapped around her son's future like a promise. At last, she understood fully why James had chosen her.